Hi, Zoe.
And on the show, Castiel's a hero, but he doesn't feel like a hero. You're a hero to all these people. What makes you feel like a hero?
Super awkward question. What's the question? What you're asking me? What makes me feel like a hero? I guess when I wear a cape or tights, that certainly helps. A little masky number also goes a long ways. Yeah. I guess if I'm being earnest, which I try not to be, when I sort of manage to slow down and take time with my kids or people I care about and just pay attention to them and not be multitasking and distracted, those are moments that I feel like I'm at least functioning as a reasonably decent human being, which is as close to a hero as I feel I get. But it's hard. There's so many things pulling us in all different directions all the time, and it's hard to have those moments. But yeah, when I am in those rare moments, feeling like I'm being a good father, that goes a long ways. It's so, I mean, a lot of you are still children, so this doesn't resonate with you. But it is an amazing thing to be thrust into the role of being a parent, and it's something that nobody can really explain to you, and you can understand conceptually, but until you're actually experiencing it, it's you never can quite know what it's going to be like. Like you know, my 6-year-old son really look. I notice sometimes he's watching me like studying. Like, oh right, he's studying me because he's trying to figure out how he's supposed to be, which is a lot of pressure, you know? So you try, when somebody's looking at you like that, you try not to be such a fuck up. And it's about everything, you know? Like, I'll be standing there peeing in the toilet and he'll be like, you know, like, he's trying to do that the way I do it, you know, which is, I mean, I have to say, I have mastered that. So, short answer to your question is when I'm urinating. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Nita.
Hi, Nita.
So my question for you is, if Castiel was affected by a djinn, what would his hallucination be? Like, what is the thing that Castiel wants the most?
Can you imagine if, like, yes, we distinctly remember the moment when the entire fandom imploded. It was the convention 2016 in New Jersey when Misha said that Castiel was fantasizing about Dune. Now that will be taken out of context and mistakes were made.
I didn't really mean it much in a shipper sense. I just meant like lifestyle.
Well,
like, what is
it sure cheated up. What?
Lifestyle.
Throw me a lifeline here. Yeah, vote.
Yeah, like a sort of a lifestyle. Like, what would he picture as like
Lifestyle?
perfect? Like, what would he picture as like a perfect sort of life?
Family.
Okay. Well, I mean, not to get all supernatural nerdy on you, but there is, you know, we have this as part of the canon now because we have seen Castiel's version of heaven, right?
The guy flying a kite.
The autistic
It's a
kid
Tuesday
flying a kite,
afternoon.
right? That's Cassie's idea of heaven. Now, true, perhaps not as sexy as some other ideas, not a lot of shipping is going to come of that. I don't know. I actually do. I don't know. Yep. I kind of imagine Cass, you know, in his perfect vision of a fantasy universe, everything is okay. Everything's been taken care of. People aren't fighting anymore. They're not trying to fend off the demons or stave off the apocalypse anymore. Things are at peace and everything is handled, and he can just like climb up onto a mountaintop and look down and watch everything be okay. I think that Cass probably won't rest until he feels like things are in that equilibrium, and I don't think that things will ever get there. Yeah. Hi. I dodged that bullet, huh? You could have come to me a little bit more.
You didn't call her with one finger.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
Is it this strange man standing next to you that's making you nervous? Come on. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. If there was anything.
Does it make you less nervous to have me standing really close to you? Probably not.
Is there anything that happened in the show that you wish you could have like changed, or the wish that didn't happen, like in the script? Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Good question. I think that there have been times, you know, we all get emotionally invested in different characters on the show. And we wish that they would, you know, not leave or not die or whatever. Certainly there are characters like whatever, like the trickster or something that's expendable and nobody.
That was really funny.
Really subtle. Chuck, the trickster, we wish that they were on constantly. And I also wish that the script didn't have things like, there was an episode in which Castiel had to devour hundreds of hamburgers. And it culminated in me eating raw ground beef out of a pan on the floor like a dog. So yeah, I wish that wasn't in the script. That sucked ass. And you know what else? What I was eating was vegetarian ground beef, cold, raw, on the heels of having a very, very full stomach from having had to eat lots of actual burgers. So, did I feel disgusting? Yes. Was I angry at the writing staff? Absolutely. But that's counterbalanced by other things in the show that, you know, come along in the script, and you're like, thank you, this is such a magical moment. Like, you know, hey, Mark, lick the floor. You know, it's all worth it. It's all worth it at that moment. I'm glad we had this talk.
You want to take a last question?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I can tell. By the look in your eyes.
Hi. I was wondering.
Hold on, I feel like he's ignoring you. I'm not. Gotcha.
I was I was pranked by these fuckers. And it was so, like, that was a long film.
I got you, dude.
Dude, unbelievable. And all day. Took me until very recently.
And by the way, easiest get of all time. I have one quick text, and you're like, huh? And that was it. He'll explain later.
No, I won't. So, hi.
I was wondering what your audition experience was like when you auditioned for Cass.
Audition experience when I auditioned for Cass.
Yes.
It was weird. Somebody's alarm is going off on their iPhone, by the way. It's time for you to go to photo ops. Oh shit. Yep. you got your Matt Height right now. So they were very secretive about the role because this was the first angel they were introducing on the show. So the sides, it's called sides. You send out the audition material to agents. And the sides that came out were for a demon named Castiel. And so I had never watched Supernatural because who watches that shit? And I made up this very sort of like demonic kind of character and did my best demon take of the audition. There's a casting director, Robert Ulrich, who was in the room as well as Eric Kripke. Robert has been a great champion of mine for a long time, and he's always brings me in for stuff. And he has this great tactic, which I've never shared with anyone, but it's so great, and he's done this for me several times, where if I fuck up a take in an audition, Robert will go, right toward the end of the take, when he can see, and I know he's doing this, you can tell, like, Misha, come on, you can do better than this. But he's got the producers in the room, and you don't often get a second take. So what he'll do is he'll just jump up and he'll say, I'm sorry, hold on guys. And he'll open the door and say, guys, can you keep it down out there? We're doing an audition in here. And he shuts the door. It's been quiet as a church, like nothing's been going on. And he's thrown me that lifeline a couple of times. So he did that after the first demon take. And then Eric was like, all right, well, I guess it was passable. And, he did okay considering all that noise that was going on outside. That would throw anybody off their game. And then he said, so it's actually, we haven't been telling people this, but it's actually an angel, not a demon. So do the opposite of what you just did. So I'm not really an actor, so I didn't know what to do. And I just sort of panicked and did Castiel. Which is a super weird interpretation of an angel, if ever there was one. And they liked it, and I got the part. And then I felt like I had established, like, oh, this is how angels act. Like, they're very wooden. They don't emote. They have incredibly deep, gravelly voices. But I knew that I had sort of established on the show, this is how angels are. And then Kurt Fuller comes on as an angel right after that, and he's like, hey, guys! And I was like, oh, great. So I'm just the autistic angel that, like, there's no reason for him to be like this. He's just, he's off on his own thing. Which is, has worked out well, because actually Cass having that as his character trait, rather than it being a universal angel trait, I think is way better. But it's all a series of happy accidents, and it involved collusion with the casting director.
Colin. Yeah, you're embarrassed by what happened, but also somewhere deep inside, you're proud of me.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
Because you're a tough nut to crack, dude.
You got a lot of people involved in that too.
I did. It took a village.
Okay, all right, you guys want to hear what it is? Yeah! No.
Are you?
No, we actually can't tell you. No, it makes us all look bad, and we're not going to tell you.
You know who really makes us bad?
What?
You. Especially me. Listen, what it was isn't important. What's important is I lured Misha into a trap and trapped him. and needled him like a stuck pig.
You know what? This does not feel like a safe environment to me.
New Jersey, how was it? Let's go with Misha Collins!